Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to Chair Yoga with Haley. As you can see, we're just going to use our chair and our strap today, so if you want to go ahead and get your stuff ready and make sure that you have a surface that is safe and comfortable for you. You can be barefoot if you'd like, but just make sure that if you decide to come up to standing that your feet are safe on the floor. We're going to start with warming up today and our breath work. So go ahead and find where you are comfortable in your seated position on your chair, and this is going to become your Tadasana, your seated mountain pose. So as we sit on our chair, we're going to make sure our sit bones are feeling the chair underneath, and to find that even clearer, we are going to take our thigh and wrap it down and around towards the inner part. Grab the glutes and move the glutes out of the way. Finding your seat so that your feet can be flat on the floor, as aligned with your ankle as possible. Wiggle the toes around a little bit, really widen them out, maybe even look at them, and then let them relax. Turn the big toes in just a wee bit. Wiggle those toes again. Scrunch and release the toes. And then settling those feet back down, rolling the shoulders back, taking the tailbone down, breathing in and out, feeling the breath as it moves through the body. As you give yourself permission to let go of all the busyness, all the worries and concerns, and allowing yourself to set up your own yoga space. Your tailbone is an anchor going towards the floor. The navel is its counterweight, coming in slightly and up towards the heart. The feet press into the floor and the shins slightly forward, squeezing inner thighs just a wee bit and rolling them down towards the earth. Trying to pull the outer legs away from each other just a hair. Crown of the head reaching up towards the sky, where your gaze is as direct and straight as possible. The chin and the crown are parallel to the surfaces. Feeling the breath as it moves in and out of the belly. Take an even bigger breath into the lungs. Good. Centering into your space. Maybe you have an intention or something that you would like to set for your yoga practice today. Whether that's something you'd like to let go of, bring to you, or find balance in. Let that surround you and be within you during your practice. Setting yourself back up in your Tadasana, in your seated position. And we're going to lift the heels up off the floor, coming to the balls of the feet. And then letting the heels come directly down. Don't let them go to the outside or to the inside. See if you can go straight down. Draw your navel in and tailbone down as you lift the heels up again. And drop them down. Let them pump, matching your breath. Keep the left one up and just let the right one go down. And reverse them. Both heels up. We're going to point the left toe. Squeeze the navel in. Point the left. Slide that foot back underneath. Left heel down. And then rise it back up. Point the right. Tailbone goes down. Slide that foot up. Heel comes down. And then lift both heels up off the floor. Returning to the first one. Extend from the hip all the way down. Other side. Notice how you need to draw your navel in slightly, tailbone down, matching your breath so that you can feel stable in your chair. So you're not feeling like you need to lean in any one particular direction from the hips up. Let both heels come down. Point and flex, coming to the ball of the feet, and then the heels drop down. Your feet have probably traveled behind the knees a little bit, and that's okay. We're actually going to walk those feet a little closer to the bottom of the chair. Still on the toes, spread the toes out, and let the heels come towards the floor just a little bit. They might touch and they may not. Point your knees towards the earth, shins press towards the earth. Squeeze the inner thighs, draw navel in and tailbone down. And then lift the heels up and let them come down again. Opening through the ankles, the heels. Let the legs relax for a moment. And curl the left toes underneath, just resting on the top of the foot. Aiming the ankle towards the floor a little and then rocking the heel side to side. Sliding those toes back underneath and do the other side. Rolling on the top of the foot. Let that foot come back underneath and we're going to walk both feet out in front. Let the legs relax, but the knees are still slightly bent so that you're not hyperextending. If you need to readjust on your chair, go ahead and readjust on your chair so that your legs can extend comfortably. Maybe you have to scoot up towards the front. Feet are going to come really close together or to what feels okay for you. Place the toes down. Push the shins towards those toes. Squeeze the inner thighs and roll them towards the floor. Tailbone drops down, hands rest on the thighs. Crown reaches up as you breathe in and out. The legs just rest here. Begin to open up the top body, starting with our wrists. We're going to clasp our hands together, turn the palms away and breathe out. Squeeze the inner elbows towards one another. We're going to inhale and take those hands all the way up. Squeeze the elbows in towards the ears, pressing the palms away. Navel draws in, tailbone drops down. Letting the hands separate, arms come out to the sides and grab the base of the chair. Rolling the shoulders back, take the elbows behind you, drop your tailbone down. Hinging forward just a wee bit. You're not going to go very far. Just a little bit. Take one ear to one shoulder. Drop your tailbone down. Open and close the mouth. Let go of the base of the chair. Shrug the shoulders. The head travel up. And shoulders roll back and down. Inhale the hands together. This time we're going to push the knuckles away, squeeze the elbows in, and inhale all the way up. Tailbone drops down, push the toes away. Hands separate out to the sides, grab the base of the chair, tailbone follows to the earth. Other ear to other shoulder. Open and close the mouth. Let go of the base of the chair. Let the shoulders shrug up as the head comes to the center and shoulders drop down. Hands slide to the thighs, bend the knees a little bit. Scoop your tailbone towards those knees. Slide the hands towards the knees, pressing the feet into the floor. Tailbone scoops forward still. Nice long spine. Press the palms into those thighs a little bit. Squeeze the inner arms towards each other. Neutral spine. Move your head in all directions just a little bit. Just ever so slightly. Scoop your tail back towards the knees. Take your gaze forward, but not directly forward. It's going to be close to where the baseboard is. Let the toes come up and the knees bend. Bending the elbows towards the hips, letting the forearms come down towards the thighs. Not quite touching the thighs with the belly. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows in towards the ribs. Point just the left foot, let that leg extend out. Slide the left arm down a little bit more, and then the right if it's okay to bring your head below your heart. If not, stay as you are. Slowly coming down. Belly comes closer to the thighs. Maybe the head hangs once you get to your spot. Shoulders droop. Tailbone swoops to the earth as you draw the navel in just slightly. Slowly shaking the head side to side. Sliding the hands up to the thighs. Roll the shoulders back, squeeze the elbows in, press them in. Both toes come towards the sky, bend the knees. Push the hands up as you slowly come up with the torso. Tailbone swoops down into the knees. Both legs relax. Flex both feet, bend the knees, scoop the tailbone forward. Pressing the hands into the thighs, slowly lower yourself down. Squeeze those elbows in. Slide the forearms down, palms come closer to the knees. When you're ready, point the right foot. Maybe slide the hands down. Or maybe you keep one hand on the thigh and the other one extends. Tailbone scoops forward, navel to the spine, heart to the thighs, and then towards the knees. Maybe the head hangs, shaking the head gently side to side. Sliding the hands back up to the knees, rolling the shoulders back and squeezing the elbows towards the ribs. Both sets of feet come up towards the sky, bending the knees, pressing into the thighs as you slowly come up. Tailbone is your anchor. Your legs relax. Keeping the legs long, we're going to move them out just beyond where the edge of the chair is. Toes are going to face forward, but make sure not to hyperextend. Keep the legs bent. So for me, I need to scoop my feet a little closer so I don't hyperextend. Hands are going to stay on the thighs as we hinge down, sliding the hands to the knees, squeeze the inner thighs and try to pull the feet apart so you don't push those knees to the earth too hard. Long spine, you're taking all the work out of the lower back. Flex through the toes, creating surprisingly a more stable base by flexing. Tailbone swoops down, draw the navel in. Arms press in, shoulders roll back. Look up a little bit with the nose, and then take the chin into the sternum. Let your gaze go to the center. And slowly pivot the head on the neck to the left. Press those hands in, roll the shoulders back and down, counterweight with tailbone and navel. Look up to the left, down to the left. center, and pivot to the middle. Feet come down. Hinge a little further down, just a wee bit. Inhale, come back up. Toes come up with you. Pivoting slowly to the right side. Moving the head only. Looking up and down. Center. Slowly pivoting to the middle. And if it's okay for your head to come below your heart, the feet come down. You can move them in if you need. Hinging down, elbows come towards the thighs. Sliding the forearms to the knees as the hands dangle off. Taking the crown of the head towards the front, extending through the spine as if it was a big channel. Wiggle those fingers, wiggle the toes. Press your elbows and forearms into the legs as you squeeze inner thighs and try to pull the feet away, arching the back like a cat. And inhaling into cow. Exhaling into cat. Inhaling into cow. If you wish, lengthen your spine and hinge down a little further if you'd like, pressing the hands into the inner thighs and yet trying to squeeze those elbows towards each other with the legs. Slowly coming down to whatever feels comfortable for you. A slight wide angle forward fold from your seated position. Lift one set of toes up and place them back down. Lifting the other, placing them back down. Sliding one leg a little longer, just a little bit, toe heel it out. And curl those toes under, toe heel it back. It's going to take a little bit more time to get it back. It's okay. Slide out the other one slowly. Toe heel that foot back. Hands come to the knees, elbows to the hips. Squeeze your thighs and try to push the toes away. Inhale, lifting yourself up. Tailbone drops down. Slide the feet close together, ankles underneath the knees. And we're going to heel the heels out, toes come towards each other. We're just going to slowly move our knees side to side. And we're going to start to move our toes with us. Move the toes over to the left. Center, toes to the right, center. Letting the knees flow in and out. Then we're going to step the left foot out to the side a little bit more. Toes go to the left, let those knees come in. Center the feet, step that left foot back. Step the right foot out, toes go out, knees drift. and to the center again. Now both sets of feet go out to the sides, knees collapse in, press the heels into the floor. Tailbone drops down, navel comes in and up. Squeeze the inner thighs and try to drag the heels away. Try to push the big toes towards each other. Scoop the tailbone towards the floor. Hinge just a little bit down, not too far, just a little bit. And then sit back up. Both sets of feet are going to turn to the left. Bend the knees a little bit and let the right knee try to bend towards the middle of the mat just a little bit more. A little bit more of an opening here, and you might get a little bit of a pinch in your hip. If so, come out of it and move that right foot closer to the chair. Unbend the right knee. Turn both sets of feet towards the right, bending the knees as you do so. And then bending both knees and letting this left knee drift into the center a little bit. Again, if you feel a pinch in your hips, slide that foot a little closer to your chair. Turn both sets of feet to the middle, unbending the legs. Bring the toes and heels all the way in so that the feet are underneath the knees. Lifting the hands up overhead as you breathe in. Palms facing the center, rotating those arms towards the middle, tailbone drops down. Exhale, roll the shoulders behind you, and we're going to hinge down like in our chair, squeeze inner thighs, press the shins away. Inhale, lifting up. Exhaling down. Inhaling one more time up. We're going to exhale and twist, turning the torso towards the left side and then letting the arms reach out. Squeeze inner thighs, press the feet into the floor. Turn to look to the left a little bit. Inhale as we unwind and the arms reach up overhead again. Pressing the earth and sky away, shins towards the front of the mat. Tailbone down, navel in. Exhale, twist to the right, push the shins away, tailbone drops down. Inhaling to the center. Exhale, hands swoop to the back of the chair, grasping palms facing inward and hinging forward a little bit. Tucking the tail towards the knees as the shins follow. And slowly rounding in the back a little. Inhale, lifting the heart and belly away, tailbone floats back. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, neutral spine, sitting up tall, letting go of the right arm, twisting a little bit to the left as we reach the right arm out. Try to pull the back of the chair with you forward, and yet you're pressing the feet in to sit back. Inhale, roll that right arm down to the floor. Heart starting to face forward. Reaching for the back of the chair, breathing in. Breathing out, letting go of the left arm, slight twist to the right, trying to move the chair with you, pressing the feet in to sit back into it. Inhale, starting to move that left arm back, grabbing the chair. Exhale into your cat. Stay rounded as your hands slide one at a time to your knees, pressing in, arching even more. Sliding your hands to hold your left thigh as you begin to unwind your spine. Inhale, sitting up nice and tall, drawing your left thigh in with you, drawing it in towards the heart. Tailbone drops down, roll the shoulders back and squeeze the inner elbows in. If you need to use the strap underneath your thigh to have a handhold, feel free to have the strap under here instead of your hands so you can breathe easily. Push the right foot into the floor, shins away, roll the shoulders back, take the elbows in. Long spine, the knee is becoming a second spine. Roll that ankle one way and then the other. And wiggle those toes. Point the toes and slowly unbend the knee. Flex, point, rebend, relax the foot. Doing 3 more of these on your own breath. Lengthen, point, lift, roll ankle, both directions. Flex and lower, relax. Let the whole leg come down. Let your heart come down with you. Letting the belly start to rest on the thighs. Hands slide down towards the feet. Rounding in the back. Feeling the breath as it comes in and out. Press the feet in, squeeze the inner thighs and drop the tail down. Crown of the head hangs towards the floor. Sliding the hands to the thighs, rolling the shoulders back, squeezing the elbows towards the hips. Push the feet into the floor, tailbone down and navel in. Slowly press yourself up. Grabbing the right thigh with either strap or hands and sitting up, creating that second spine with a leg. Rolling the ankle one way and then the other. Pointing the toes, dropping that right hip down, draw the navel in and slowly unbending. Rolling the ankle one way, the other. Flex and bend the knee. 2 more on your breath. And slowly lower it down, coming down with it. Walking the feet slowly out in front, toes pointed, and hinging down a little bit, bent knees slightly, hinging down to what feels right for you. Make sure you can still breathe. If you're holding your breath, please back off of the pose. Flex one foot a little bit. And let it come back down. You'll notice that the knee bends with the foot flexing, and that's okay. Sliding the left hand up towards the left hip.
pressing into the left thigh, pressing the right hand into a leg, a foot, a surface as you turn the heart towards the left side. Head's probably going to come up above the heart. Tailbone drops down. Inhale, slide back down. Slide the right hand towards the right thigh. Press that hip in and down as you twist towards the right. Inhale, unwind. Breathe out as you hinge down. Flex both feet, bending the knees. Hands slide to the knees, and inhale, coming back up.
Walking the feet underneath the knees. Feeling the breath as it comes in and out. We're going to be opening up our hip flexors. You can do one of two ways. You can either do the seated way that we have been doing, or you can join me in standing. Remember, with the seated way is where you move one leg out to the side to become your base. Your other knee slides in, and you can slide that foot behind you so you don't have to come up off of the chair. The tailbone's going to swoop forward, and you're going to have the leg out. You can also do your warrior two here, your exalted warrior, and even your side angle. You can incorporate arms if you want, with them out to the sides, if you so choose. If you don't mind standing, then you can join me with standing. To come out of it on the chair, you bend your knees and you slowly move to the center. If you're going to join me with standing, then make sure that you have a comfortable surface to do that from. We're going to walk our feet underneath of us, squeeze the inner thighs, draw the navel towards the spine as we hinge forward, press your hands into your thighs, and inhale as you slowly stand upright. Tailbone drops down into your Tadasana. Turning to face the front of your chair, I'm going to move my whole chair with me. Making sure it is secure. Stepping up where my thighs can touch the front of the chair. Bringing my hands down to the seat of the chair, you can grab the base or you can put your palms on. If you want to be up higher, you can use the back of the chair. You can even turn the chair so the back of the chair is closest. Whichever is easiest for you. Whether you're seated or standing, we're going to have the right foot go back. Extending, squeezing inner thighs, pushing the left shin away and the right heel towards the floor. And then we're going to bend that right knee. Tailbone scoops forward. And then our hands are going to travel to the left knee. If you are standing on the chair, you just keep holding your position, squeezing inner thighs, taking that tailbone forward, and then for everybody, right hand drifts up. Pivoting the right heel towards the back left corner, whether you're in your chair or standing, the belly is going to open up to the right side. You can let your hands stay on your hips if you'd like. Tailbone drops down, squeezing your thighs and trying to separate the feet. Your front knee goes to second and third toe. Rolling the shoulders back and down. If you'd like to extend your arms out into your warrior two, you may, looking over the left middle finger. For exalted, we're going to take the tailbone towards the front knee and then dipping back into our exalted warrior. Squeezing in our thighs and trying to separate the feet. Inhale, warrior two. In chair or standing, we're going to bend the left elbow and let that forearm come towards the chair or the left thigh, trying to drag open that left thigh as the right arm reaches up towards the sky and then over the head. Tailbone swoops to the back foot. Either way, we're going to start to turn our heart to face our left knee. In the chair, you're going to start to sit up and slowly move your feet to the middle. If you're standing, you're going to pivot the back foot, bend both knees, step once or many times up to the chair, and standing upright or sitting upright in your chair. Tadasana. Let's do the other side. Find your position. Find your pose. Take your time to find it. Scooping the tailbone. Bending and unbending the back knee. Pressing front shin away from the back toes. When you're ready, if you're standing, come up a little bit more. For everybody, tailbone swoops forward and left arm rises up. Back foot pivots to the back right corner, squeezing inner thighs, pushing the feet away as the belly opens to the outer side. Tailbone drops down. Front shin aiming towards second and third toe. Gaze towards the right as the arms can either stay at the hips or roll back and out. Looking over the middle fingers. Inhale, swoop the tailbone towards the knees and dip back for exalted if you like. Squeezing your thighs, pushing the feet away. Inhale, warrior two. Bending the right elbow. Exhale, hinging down, swooping the tailbone towards the back heel. Exalted, warrior two, and then into our side angle here. Letting the heart turn towards the right leg. For those in the chair, bend your knees and slowly come back to your seated position. For those standing, pivot the foot. Bend both knees, one or many steps forward. And come up to standing and sitting upright in your chair. Breathing in and out. I'm going to move my chair back so that we can finish our class. We're going to come back to sitting in the chair. We're going to take our left foot a little further than our right as we're sitting and scoop that ankle to the right ankle. And then let the left knee drift out to a little bit and flex that left foot. We're going to let our bellies come down towards the middle, pressing the right foot in. Inhale, press yourself up. If you need a little deeper, then you can slide that foot or use your strap like a sling and slide that foot up as high as you need for your pigeon. Make sure that you can breathe here and you feel comfortable doing so. Long spine and then you bow in. It's
Squeezing in our thighs, trying to pull the feet away, and then relax. Slowly pressing yourself back up.
Letting your legs come down. Crossing the ankles and trying that way first, so right over left, flexing the right foot and slowly hinging down.
When you're ready, press your hands in and slowly come up to your seated position. If you want to come in deeper, either using the strap as a sling or sliding that leg up, flexing the foot, dropping the knee down, squeezing in your thighs as you hinge down. Long spine. Only coming down to what feels right for you. Coming in and out as many times as you need. Hands slide to the knees as you help yourself come up.
Legs slide down, and deciding how you want your Shavasana. Wiggle around a little bit. Maybe take the legs out, knees in, out, and in. And decide if you want to stay seated or if you are ready to lie down for your Shavasana. We're going to do a little bit of a longer Shavasana today so you can really integrate everything we've been doing. If you want to stay seated, make sure you're comfy in your chair. Maybe you scoot back in your chair. If you would like to come down with either the feet on the chair or up the wall, go ahead and join into your special space. I'm going to come down to the floor. Taking your time to find your comfortable space. Wiggle around and find it. If you're coming to the floor, you might need to use your calves, your feet on the surface. And press in, scooping the tail a little bit and then coming back down. Your feet might need to pass through the chair a little bit. You might need to do some stretching before you can get comfy. That's normal. And then letting yourself relax. Rolling your shoulders back and down, and maybe the palms relax either on the thighs, on the belly, on the floor. Where you can breathe gently and easily in and out. The eyes rest heavy in the sockets. The throat is open. And the body relaxes, feeling heavier and heavier on the earth. Almost like it's melting and becoming one with the earth, and your breath is one with the sky. As if time and space drift away, the neck relaxes.
The arms are heavy, the legs are relaxed, the back is at ease. Even the jaws are a little open, the tongue hangs slack in the mouth. And the breath comes gently and easily in, full breaths in and out, yet smooth and fluid. Letting all of your chakras open and align. Allowing your gaze to become soft. Starting to feel the breath as it comes in and out of the body. Aware of how it feels as it comes in, as it goes out. Having the awareness of your contact points with the earth, the chair. Feeling the breath as it moves in and out of the body. And the eyes are still soft and relaxed in their sockets. As they slowly begin to make circles within the sockets, very slowly. Keep breathing. Reverse the circle. The eyes drift to the center, letting them relax again. Wiggling fingers, tapping the toes, beginning to stretch and move, yawning, feeling the body moving again. Preparing to roll to your side if you're on the floor. In the chair, slowly allow yourself to continue to come back into yourself, breathing in and out. Rolling to that side, gently drawing the knees into the heart. Resting on your side, letting the integration happen between the circulatory system and the nervous systems. Preparing yourself to slowly come up to a seated, comfortable position. Being mindful of any trigger spots in the back or in the shoulders that you may need to draw a knee closer or extend the leg out. Slowly making your way to that comfortable seated position where you feel like you can rest comfortably, gently, where you can breathe, wiggle around, find it. The eyes are soft and the shoulders are relaxed. Feeling the breath as it comes in and out. Letting the palms face upwards from the lap. And the middle finger meets the thumb in a chin mudra. Allowing the heart and the mind to connect as one with the body. Tailbone drifts down and the crown reaches up. Eyes are soft. Feeling that slight connection between thumb and middle finger. As the breath comes gently in and out. Letting yourself stay here as long as you feel you need to. As I said, you can stay here as long as you want in a slight meditative state. If you are ready to end your practice and come out, slowly bring your hands together and onto the mudra or prayer hands. If you want to stay in your meditative state, feel free to do so. Putting all of your hopes, dreams, manifestations, and intentions within your hands, within your heart, and letting them flow out in whichever state you're in. For yourself, loved ones, community, the world, and the universe. You may join with me in the closing if you so wish as an Om, 3 Shantis and a Namaste, meaning we are all connected as one. Peace, peace, peace. And the light within me honors the light within you. You may join with me if you so choose. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Thank you for coming to class and joining us in this chair yoga, and for joining me, Haley Hinson, in this experience of your finding your relaxation and a more comfortable body in our everyday world. Remember that you can always go to my website, sacredlotusheart.com, and or follow me on social media under Haley Hinson or Sacred Lotus Heart to find more tips for your yoga practice, Tai Chi, meditation, and healing practices. Feel free to check out even the meditation website that I have that is also included in my website. I have a workshop there that you may enjoy experiencing, where you can do in a weekend or even take longer on your own time to find your special meditation style. If you'd like even more yoga classes that are even more interactive, where you can ask questions during class and I will be able to see you and be able to help correct your style, feel free to visit my website, check out those links. You can even book online and join a class as existing or have a private class. Thank you for joining me again. And thank you to the Cook and Aspen Library for providing these yoga classes for all of our patrons, especially at this time, and moving forward into the winter months and the colder months where you may not be able to get out as much. We have these classes and more for you. Thank you, and if you'd like to ask me anything about our practice today or your practice at home, or even something that we've done before, feel free to unmute yourself and or write it in the chat box. You can also email me at any time, and we can set up an appointment if you'd like. Thanks.
Hi, Haley. I just want to thank you for today. All my joints are lubricated, and I love the longer relaxation at the end. So I'm ready to hit the day.
Good, good. I'm glad that you're ready for your day. Does anyone else have any other questions or comments that they would like to make today, whether in the chat box or you can unmute yourself? Remember that you can always email me if you do have questions. You can join me on my website and other classes, or even on social media. Have a lovely day and enjoy this beautiful weather. Namaste.